Well, hello, we have 30 minutes to move. So we're going to get started on all fours. And, you're welcome to cat-cow and just move through your spine a little bit. I'd like to suggest a drop in the belly and then a drop in the chin and lolling the head from side to side. So go into the tops of the shoulders and the sides of the neck and get a little pull and tug. They're called your scalenes along the side of your neck. And although you can hinge and drop your whole head down, see if you can pull your chin up just a little bit, and it's going to change the sensations. So you can like hinge and drop the head way down and do it. And then you can pull the chin up into the throat a little bit, which brings a little more length to the back of the neck, and then turn from side to side. In any case, add the tail. So add the right ear, right shoulder, right hip, right shoulder, and then swing left ear, left shoulder, left hip, left shoulder. And tug along the side ribs a little bit. I love side rib stretch, side body stretch. Not just because it increases the lung capacity, but also because it frees up the tight tissues, the fascial line along the side, which often contributes to some back tension. So let's rotate in a circle here around all fours and bring your hips forward and then sweep them back, and so go low into the heels and then out to the side and up to the front. And I just so happen to go counterclockwise first. If you went the other direction, that's fine. We'll just take one more and then we can all switch. So the opposite direction now. Seems that we've been doing some extra sitting these days, Zoom culture. So we'll stretch out all the key players that get kind of tuck, tight, and stuck. All right, so back to center. Walk your hands forward, way out in front of you. Drop your forearms. And let's surrender the heart to the floor, the forehead to the floor. Anahanasana, puppy dog pose. If you feel really crunched, you can move your forearms out to the sides and give yourself some more room. You also have to navigate kind of where the forehead rests based on, the beak you've got, any tightness in the shoulders and the back. But you want to feel a back bend. You can see my butt is still straight up, hips over knees. All right, and then press into the flats of your hands, press into your forearms, your elbows, and pull yourself up and forward. Lower the hips down. So the other muscles that get really tight when we're sitting, this is Sphinx Pose, elbows right under armpits. I often see people way back, and so then they're kind of crunched. You want to be like you're watching Saturday morning cartoons with your bowl of Lucky Charms. Just use your arms to prop yourself up and bring the ears higher. You can stretch side to side to get them up the scaling line along the sides of the neck. And then we're just going to kick our feet alternating back and forth. And it's going to feel the front of the hips, so the hip flexors, maybe even through your quadriceps if they have gotten tight from sitting. And it might even, as you kick, kind of shrug you down, like you want to come down out of that stretch. So you're working down into the forearms to lift the sternum, and then some dynamic movement in the legs. Just pull at the front of the hip flexors a little bit. We're going to get in there a couple times, a couple different ways today. Okay, both feet down, deep breath in, lift. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Now bring your hands back along the side ribs. Curl under your toes, strengthen the legs, pull the belly up into the body, and then push. Lift up, high plank, and exhale, down face dog. And that's a nice little way just to get started today, right? Deep breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale, lift your heels up, and then exhale, press the heels down, lift the toes up. And let's rock along the feet that way. Inhale, rising, and exhale, pressing. And use this just to come deeper into the breath so that it's a little bit more about the breath and a little bit less about the body, at least for these first few cycles. It's easy with all the tension in the world and all the changes that we're going through. It's easy to lose ourselves. So use your breath to kind of come back into your body. Come back home to yourself. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, lift the hips and lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Take your eyes between your hands and then walk your feet forward. And you can take as many steps as you need to get there. Bring your feet to the front of the mat. Put a little distance in between them. And then slide your hands up your shins to your thighs and breathe it in and stretch. And exhale, fold. And we'll do 5 of those. So that was 1. Let's do another. Inhale. Try not to lose the breath. Exhale. You can lose your car keys, but not your breath. Inhale. And exhale. It might be the only thing more important than your car keys, although some would argue our phones, right? Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This one we come all the way up. Inhale, stand. Bring your palms to touch. Feel the palms touching overhead. And then exhale, draw the line straight down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, to the heart. Press palm into palm, feet deep, crown high, sun A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flatten the back, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale, drift forward. You can lower your knees or take your chatta. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 3 breaths here in down dog. Push your hands deep into the mat and stretch the mat longer. Push forward. Then inhale, hips and heels high. Exhale, pull way back, eyes forward and step. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Push down to rise and reach and stretch. Take your eyes up. And hands drawing straight down the front body line. Touch the ground. Inhale. Step back, high plank. The exhale is a strong, straight, long body. Inhale, drift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up face. Exhale, down face. So you can feel that the The up face dog stretches the front of the hip again. It's your anti-sitting, counter to sitting stretch. And this next time through, we're gonna give it a little extra bit of love. Inhale, lift the hips and heels. Exhale, bend the knees, eyes forward, and then step. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge forward and dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Keep drifting and pulling up as you breathe in. You're welcome to drop your knees, lower halfway down. And then up face dog and hold this one. Hammock and swing the hips from side to side just gently. And then inhale, lift the sternum up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, look forward and stretch longer, taller. Exhale, look left. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale, straight ahead. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, over the toes. Deepen the breath. If that felt like a lot, then I would say yes, because those deep core muscles in the front of the body hold a lot of stress and tension. They're holding all the concern you have for what's going on that you really just can't afford to take the time to feel. So no harm, right foot up. Rotate through your right ankle. Bend your right knee. Lift your left heel. Right knee stays high. Press down into the left heel. Exhale, right knee tuck under. And step to the right thumb. So we'll just take a couple breaths here. Tap the back knee and lift up the heart. Another stretch, this time to the front of the left hip. Exhale, pull straight the right leg. Pull the hips back. Lift the ball of the right foot off the floor. Bend the knee, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold and bow and tuck. Inhale, tap your back knee. Exhale, straighten your front knee. Good. Now bend the right knee, drop the back heel, push into the feet, and bring the hands up, warrior one. And now we're really wide open through the front of the left hip flexor. So a couple breaths, get situated, and then interlace the hands at the low back. Lift the knuckles away from the low back, punch them to the wall behind you. Breathe in and push your heart forward. Exhale, bring the heart over the right knee, the crown of the head over the right big toe. 3 breaths, knuckles high. Squeeze your upper inner thighs together. If there's a little shaking and quaking, I say yes to that because it is a challenge. Straighten the right leg, bring the hands up. And then hands to hips and pivot to the left. Bend the right knee, warrior two. Yeah, a little lower with the hands helps the shoulders to relax. I know when my hands are drifting up higher, but I've got a little bit of anxiety riding on the inside. So bring the hands down and the shoulders down and keep the gaze up. Then flip the right palm, left hand behind the back. Bring the right armpit out over the right knee. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, bend your right knee deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. All the breath of the right side body. Inhale, inhale, inhale some more. And exhale, cartwheel down and step back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, over the toes. And a deep sigh if you need to expel any extra energy. It's like tossing out the bucket of dirty water after you've cleaned up the kitchen floor. Lift your left foot up. Rotate through your left ankle a couple of times. Bend your left knee. And then that little extra nudge high on the right heel. Keep the left knee reaching up. Press the right heel down. Tuck the left knee under and step. A little bit of warming up. Drop the right knee, drop into the hips, lift the sternum. And then we straighten the front leg, pull the ball of the foot up, dig into the heel and fold. Inhale, tap the right knee, bend and lift. Exhale, lengthen and bow. One more. Inhale and exhale. Now for our warrior one, bend the left foot, drop the right heel. Push into the ground, bring the hands up. Interlace the hands at the low back. So if you push down, you're crunching into the low back. You've got to lift the knuckles up and push back. Push the heart forward. That's where you want the space, is across the top of your pec family. Fold. Right on top of the knee. Don't collapse down. You'll crank into the low back. Keep the heart over the knee and the head over the big toe. Pull the left hip back underneath you. As you rise, straight the left leg. Hands up to the hips. Pivot to the right. Bend the left knee. Warrior two. So yoga studios typically don't have mirrors. Since I have the Zoom screen and the camera there, I get a little bit of visual feedback, but we don't often. So you really have to feel for yourself and say, like, are my wrists hovering at shoulder level, not up here by my nose? Right hand behind the back, flip your left palm, lean out. It'll put you in your legs. Wait for an inhale and then stretch. Hands down. Step back. Inhale, drift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll. Alrighty, inhale, lift the hips, exhale, bend the knees, hands, feet to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time we'll bend the knees. Hands up, chair. And then hands to the heart, we're gonna twist to the right. I'm gonna position myself so that you can see a little bit better. The prayer twist to the right. Anchor with your left elbow and then reach up with your right hand. And you can keep your left elbow bent or you can straighten the arm, but you don't have to touch the floor at all. Roll the palm of the right hand forward and stretch out. Push back with your right sit bone and breathe into your right lungs. Breathe deeper and you'll stretch more. And then bring your right hand down to the block. Lean into your right foot, left hand to the hip. Sweep your left leg up and back. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Half moon balancing. We're going to curtsy down. Switch the block to the other hand. Direct the left leg straight back, raise the right hand. I've got the gong behind me there. Let's vinyasa. Exhale, curtsy.
Inhale, half moon. Vinyasa means one breath per movement. Exhale, dip low. Inhale, twisting moon. Left leg back, right hand up. Exhale, curtsy. Switch sides, left hand up. Exhale, curtsy. Switch sides, right hand up. You've got the idea. Follow your breath. Twist, twist, twist. Curtsy down. Two hands to the ground now. Kick your left heel straight up and bring your big toes to touch. Nicely done. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. We'll do 5. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, length. And fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Hands to prayer twist left. Open the arms. Stretch the left hand out over the ear, palm down towards the floor. And then left hand down. Use your block for a little extra height. Right hand to the hip while you arrange, stacking hip on top of hip. Find yourself steadying right there. You get a little more support if you gaze at the floor. When your eyes go up, that's a little more balance required. All right, hands down, dip the right knee behind the left ankle. That's what I'm calling the curtsy. Bring the block in the right hand, straighten the leg, revolve half moon. Exhale, curtsy. We'll move back and forth. You can go as slowly or as quickly as you'd like. Basically, you're feeling for the breath to lead the way. You want to move at the rhythm of your breath. Your breath might be different, likely it is, different than my breath. Do one more each side. Moon, dip, revolve moon, dip, two hands stay down. This is standing split, just the right foot up, and then big toes touch. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise up, breathe in. Hands to heart, pause. Okay, reach up. We're going to find the floor. Exhale, fold. And flat back, inhale. Step back, high plank. And shift forward, lower your knees. And walk your hands forward. Drop your heart. Puppy. You're welcome to bend your elbows and pat yourself on the back. We're just going to spend a couple breaths here to go a little deeper into the back bend. And then hands forward, push into your forearms to catch you and pull forward, Sphinx Pose. And you're welcome to stay here or to turn your fingers outward and lift up higher for Seal Pose. In any case, the shoulders pull down and the ears pull up. You might be able to bend your knees. I know I'm pretty tight in the front. I'm not going to try it today. I'm going to play it nice in my safe and sound zone. You're welcome to try it if you want. If your forearms are down, then you might have like a little bit more of that mobility to bend both knees and to work up the front body another little inch or two. So each of us is kind of negotiating with what we've got. Lower down. Hands underneath the armpits, push up to all fours, and back to Child's Pose. Very nice, yogis, very nice. Swing the hips to the right and the legs around to the left. We're going to come for a wide straddle. We'll just do a little bit of a forward fold here as we conclude. So come facing the side of your mat or just wide to the front of your mat. If you find that you're limited in what the bone structure allows you to do to fold forward, you're welcome to W your legs and place the hands on the feet. Grab the ankles in some way to forward fold. And the block is always handy as a little forehead pillow. And it's not just that you want to rest your head, which you do. It relaxes the muscles and allows your nervous system to quiet. But there are also acupressure points here that also will downregulate your nervous system. So it's helpful from a couple different directions to use the block. If you've got the bone structure that lets you wide straddle and come all the way down, you're welcome to do that. Yoga's a lot like life. You don't necessarily get a blue ribbon or a trophy. The prize is just in the taking care of ourselves, the learning how to be honest with ourselves so that we can really optimize all we have. It's not optimal to try to force your body into something that it just can't give you. So 3 more breaths in your fold. And then rise up, and if your legs are long, bend your knees up. Come to a cross sit, and then lift your right foot to your outer left thigh. Take your thumb to the hip hinge of your right hip. Push down into the front of your right hip. What you want to feel is a landing under your right sit bone. And then hug with your left arm, your right knee leg, and bring your left armpit towards your right knee. Rotate to the right. And you're welcome to take the right hand to the left ribs and roll all the flesh of your tummy, like thread it through and roll it around so that you get a bit more twist. It's like using a massage to help you. Maybe the chin goes all the way to the right shoulder. Nice. To counter twist, take 2 hands to the left side. Keep your spine upright. A lot of people will bow and they lose the opportunity. So claw the floor with your fingers and keep your spine upright. Push your fingers towards the front and rotate your body towards the back. Good, let's switch so that the right leg is crossed on the bottom and the left foot comes up and over. Use your left thumb in the hip hinge of your left hip. Anchor it down and then hug with your right arm. Move the armpit this way. So less about the knee coming up, that's just stability. The motion is coming from the armpit. And I like to move the belly around the thigh there a little bit. It doesn't matter how much or how little belly you have. We all benefit from that. The counter twist, so rotate around to the right, claw the floor with your fingers, keep the spine upright, the hands go to the front, the rotation of the heart goes to the back. And then inhale back to center, bring your knees to your chest, hug in. Roll your head from side to side. See if you found anything sweet. Freedom in the neck and the jaw, in the back and the spine. Cross your legs, bring your hands to your heart. I honor you, I respect you. I'm so very grateful for you. Thanks for being here today. Thumb knuckles to the third eye, namaste. Take good care.